Hello everyone and welcome to another Thomas video. So today we'll be taking a look at blue-white Ephemerate deck in Thomas format. So the last time we took a look at a blue-white blink deck that was playing 4 copies of Felia, but I was also talking about how the Felia didn't really feel impactful if I didn't draw a Quantum Riddler. And just yesterday, I saw Mangu playing a blue-white blink deck like this that was playing 4 copies of Ephemerate, which makes a lot more sense because we already played Solitude before. But on top of that, we're also playing 2 copies of Subtlety that you can also Ephemerate as well, so now we have 10 targets for the Ephemerate compared to Felia, which was only just 4 targets. And lastly, we also have another target for the Ephemerate that is going to be actually part of a prison combo that we have in this deck, and that is with Cyber Siphoner. So Cyber Siphoner is actually pretty broken with Ephemerate because if you Ephemerate the Cyber Siphoner, on your upkeep, you can Ephemerate again, blinking this, which makes the Ephemerate go into the graveyard, which means that Cyber Siphoner can grab the Ephemerate again, which makes this basically an infinite where the Cyber Siphoner can just grab literally everything from the graveyard on opponent's end step. Which also means that if you have Teferi down on the battlefield, not only can they not interact with the Cyber Siphoner when you target it with the Ephemerate, but if you also have Aurim's Chant at the same time, you can Aurim's Chant on opponent's upkeep, they can't play anything because of Teferi, and then they can't play anything for the rest of the turn because of Aurim's Chant, and then Cyber Siphoner gets Ephemerated, grab back the Aurim's Chant that you used, and then on your upkeep, the Cyber Siphoner can grab back the Ephemerate, and this is basically an infinite loop where opponent can't do anything. So this is basically just going to be our icing in the cake. Most of the times you're just going to be winning with our Quantum Riddler. And since we're only going to be playing 1 copy of Cyber Siphoner, you're not going to be expecting this loop too much, but like I said, this is just going to be an icing on the cake. So having said that, I'm going to be hopping over to some Thomas Special 3 to show you guys how the deck does. So let's hop on over. Alright. It's not going too well. I guess I can kind of delay my opponent from playing lands with the Stifle, so maybe we'll like call it even though I don't have lands, you know? Deathray Shaman. I guess they can still play a 2-mana card, which is kind of annoying. Okay. No 2-mana cards. I'll take that. Yeah, I'm topping every land from now on. Yeah, basically I'm topping every land. I also don't know what they're playing. What are they playing? They're really looking at my graveyard, for the Deathray Shaman. Maybe they actually have like a 3-mana card, like a Wary Zongar, but they don't want to get rid of a Polluted Delta. Is that what's going on? Could be. There's a good chance that could be the case. I mean, honestly, my top decks have been pretty fantastic, just being lands, you know? It really worked out. I still don't know what my opponent's playing, though. Yeah, we're currently living in the Stifle meta, which is kind of funny. I've always kind of memed about, like, oh, you know, it's gonna be a Stifle deck, you know? But Tamio. Okay, Spell Pierce.
Is there a deeper meaning to this passage?
All right. So it looks like we're playing against some kind of an Oko deck, perhaps, like potentially. I don't know. So I think the fairy is gonna be pretty good. Like, what do we get out of it? Mana Drain? Another Stifle? I think another Stifle could be pretty good. They actually didn't use Spell Pierce on my Stifles. Makes me think that they might have just drawn it.
Sorry I'm late.
Right? Definitely a possibility. Also, am I like just... What am I doing here? I think I'm doing this, right?
That's more like it.
Yeah, so they did have a Wary Zone Guard. Alright.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
So you want to do it now because then we get to draw more cards. Subtlety is a very good card, by the way, here. Yeah, Subtlety is a very good card. Because there's a good chance opponent could have an Oko. Like, I think the Cynic is actually pretty cool. There's a good chance opponent is just missing a color too, you know? I think I just need to be careful about Oko coming down. This has to be Sultai, right? Because they're playing Deathray Shaman. I feel like it makes more sense that they would be playing Sultai. Okay, nothing from opponent. A little bit surprising. Did my opponent give up? Or did they disconnect? Okay, so I pressed the full control too late here. Because I actually wanted to bounce the Cyber Siphoner, but...
Trust me, I have a plan.
You know? Alright, bit unfortunate if opponent DC'd or if they just dipped after getting stifled a bunch of times. I'm not really sure. Alright, I'm gonna keep this one. 2 counter spells and Solitude. Would be nice if I had a Stifle though. I actually prefer more than the Spell Pierce here. I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, so I'm playing against an energy deck that is also very slow, apparently. A lot of blood moons or potentially like one ring stuck in their hand. I think I won lands at the moment. So I'm gonna fetch... What is that? That's actually very annoying because I can't brainstorm. I should have played a Flooded Strand there. They're very careful of playing out their cards. Lage. We're gonna let that stick. Three cards in the yard. Yeah, we have an Ephemerate. Do I want to kill the Esper Sentinel here? And just leave up a mana drain? I think I do. Just a really annoying card, you know? Guide up Soul. Into an Amped Raptor. I probably want to counter this, right? The problem is they're gonna be able to play their Flage soon. That's really the problem here. And I'm already down to 5. The One Ring. So they do play One Ring. Prismatic Ending. So we definitely want to top at least a mana drain here. So exile the Flage. Nice. So my opponent is definitely playing Magus of the Moon and Blood Moon. Let's play a Stern Scolding. Swords and Disruptor Flute, maybe? I'm not really sure. The thing is, like, what do we take out? I guess like we can take out like some Orim's Chant. Like we don't need the lock anymore too much, I would say. I would usually take these out, but they're playing One Rings and Blood Moons. What do we do? Maybe like one Quantum Riddler, one Spell Pierce, and one Teferi. Give that a go. Okay, Stern Scolding's very good. Oslo Pride, on the other hand, not very good. I don't like to see an Oslo Pride, honestly. Spur Sentinel. Yeah, how are we gonna deal with this? How are we gonna deal with that? Maybe we do need, like, a little bit more... I think I just need to get to our Wrath of the Skies. Yeah, I think we just need to get to our Wrath of the Skies as fast as possible, or Solitude here. Teferi isn't really it, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, this is bad. That was a bad draw. That's a bad draw. What do we do?
Let's slow this down. I've got time.
My hand is so bad, by the way. It is so bad. What even is going on here?
This is hardly my worst defeat.
Nothing. Nothing. I guess it's just we play Sing It to Stupor. Any board wipes, any board wipes. Ooh, that's a good one. That is a good one. Oh no. Non-creature spell deals 1 damage. Oh, double. Double. Let's think about this. So, let's say I Solitude Ephemerate, get rid of both of the Magebane Lizards, and then I gain 3 life by blocking the Oslo Pride, but I take 4? I take 6 damage. Right, so I take 5 here, and then I take another damage from the Polluted Delta, right? And I believe I do have to actually... Okay, am I drawing first or am I brainstorming first? I think I'm cracking this first, right? And what do we want to get? We have a mana drain, brainstorm. I think we can go with the mana drain maybe. So by doing this, I put a Ephemerate into the graveyard, but I can't attack. I think it's okay if I can't attack, because I'd rather have a blocker, right? Okay. Subtlety, I think it's a pretty good card. Okay, I can't believe opponent surrendered, but I'll take it. So we're going second. They have a Giganta. Could be like an energy deck for all I know. Besides, like, I think we can work with this. Like, this hand would become very good if I just draw land here. We have a Stifle and a Strip Mine to kind of delay our turns a little bit. Okay, we don't like that. Watery Grave. Okay. Giganta that's playing Watery Grave. Interesting. So because we lost the Stifle, we're just gonna do this for a bit. So another Deathray Shaman, and they also have a Strip Mine. Sure. It probably just have to do this. And I'll just pass the turn with the Solitude. I need to Ephemerate into Solitude, if I can. So, we draw land into these two. Nice. So now if they play, you know, a creature, we have a Solitude plus an Ephemerate. I think we have to do it, right? This way, like, we pressure them a little bit. They take away our Brainstorm. But I think, like, if we top deck, like, a land into Quantum Riddler, right? I think it's gonna work out. You know, speaking of a Quantum Riddler, we just need a land now. Nice. So, I am not sure. Are we dealing with the Sultai again? What's with the Sultais? I'm gonna bring a Harbinger to stop the Strip Mine shenanigan. And I want swords. So I'm gonna minus the Orum's Chant loop. Same with the Cyber Siphoner. Maybe not Cyber Siphoner. It's still really a good card to just get back something. And I'm gonna go down on the Wrath of the Skies. Okay, one lander again. I don't feel comfortable about this one because we don't have a Solitude. Another one lander again. And this one is a tap land. I don't know what's happening. Keep getting one landers. We keep getting one landers. Right, I think I'm just gonna pass with the Stifle here. Ooh, Spell Pierce. Alright, we have a similar situation to last time. Very similar situation. So they're gonna get rid of my Quantum Riddler. What a game. What a game. It only happened this way because I mulliganed to 5. You know what I mean? And we also, both of us only drew a bunch of like strip mines together, so somehow dodging every other land. Surprised they bottomed this. Like Chrome Mox. Okay, Subtlety is a very good card. Into a Thoughtseize. Very annoying. 2 games in a row, we see bunch of Thoughtseizes and strip mines coming out, you know? Yeah, 2 games in a row, we have a bunch of like strip mines and 3 strip mines, 2 strip mines. So, I mean, I probably just have to do this. Just get rid of the Psychic Frog here. Yeah, we would have like 2 more cards here. If we didn't have to mulligan. So opponent tops it. I think it was a Brainstorm. Worry zone guard. I feel like this is wrong. They should just be constantly getting back a strip mine here. Alright, because I wish I didn't draw a surveil land here so I can get rid of this here, but yeah, honestly, like, super unfortunate game because, like, we're seeing so many one-landers at the start. I mean, we're playing a 23 land deck. I feel like seeing that many one-landers, like, shouldn't be happening too much, but it is. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that only really happened because both of us drew, like, way too many strip mines. Oh man, this hand doesn't look that great, but because we've been kind of getting absolutely wrecked by our own deck this match, I feel like I'm very hesitant to mulligan, you know? Very hesitant. So that's probably a spell pierce. I'm guessing. Yeah, it is. They have a Wary Zone Guard in hand. I need to get to our Mana Drain or Swords to Plowshare. Prismatic Ending is actually a fantastic card here. It's just that my opponent has a Spell Pierce at the moment, so I think I have to play around it. So I think Subtlety is probably coming out here into Prismatic Ending. Oh, it's a Reanimate. That is pretty annoying. Because I can't use Prismatic Ending on the Chrome Mox. That kind of sucked. So if they play out another card, I'm going to Subtlety here. Okay, the best card we can draw here is Ephemerate. You know, Stifle is a pretty good card too. What? Okay, this game sucks. This game sucks. What? No way. Look at the stop. Oh, come on. Ah, that's crazy. Oh, man. That's... I mean, that's just... Ah. That just kind of feels bad, you know? That just kind of feels bad all around. Whatever happened there? Now I can't even block this anymore with the Quantum Riddler. Man, that's just mean. That's just so mean. Man. Well, we did get a sword. I guess that's not too bad. I kind of have to play the Quantum Riddler first, which means I get to draw one less card. Because I need to block the Psychic Frog, right? No matter the cost. Man. This should have happened so long ago. I'm sad now. I'm kinda sad. So opponent attacks. I think I'm just gonna block. I don't think they play Orcish Bowmaster. Giganta comes out. Subtlety is a very good card. So I can't quite play out this Harbinger. Right? So I'm guessing we just get rid of this. Then we hold up on Subtlety. No way. Okay, that's outside of my expectation, actually. I kind of got punished for not playing the Harbinger. Darn. Darn, darn, darn. So I can grab a source to get rid of a Psychic Frog, but then I'm still gonna be taking 5 a turn against that Giganta. They can discard 2 to Psychic Frog as well. Yeah, this really sucks. A Thoughtseize. So do I die to a Giganta or to a Psychic Frog? I guess we have to get rid of a Giganta here. And hopefully we draw like a Treasure Cruise or another Quantum Riddler. Oh my god. Alright, we lost. Man, I gotta say that Stifle... The crazy part was that I put a stop here when I casted it. Like, it was on the stack when I put the stop, by the way. but it just like went through the entire process immediately once it resolved. Like this didn't matter. So like I had to put the stop before I even casted the card. I think this really lost me the game. I was just so behind because of that. Alright. I think we can work with this. I'm actually still tilted from the last game. Honestly. I hope I don't make any mistakes this game. I really hope so. I'm gonna save this for a brainstorm. I'm not really sure what I'm playing against. Blood Strand. It's a show and tell. I don't want to play against a show and tell right now. With this kind of hand, you know? Definitely a no-go. And we're also kind of drawing a little bit poorly, I would say. I need more time to set things up. Like, these aren't really gonna do it. Things like that. So, the fact that opponent put a stock up here means that they have a show and tell 100%. And they didn't cast the stock up this turn, right? So, they have it 100% here. Which is not good. We need to like draw like a Teferi, Cyber Siphoner, something like that. I can maybe see myself putting down a Solitude and stifling and attacking. I think I'm gonna do that. Still not sure about this Flutter Strand. That's pretty bad. So I could have gone a Stifle back there to stifle this. But I'm currently just looking to mana drain twice if I have to. So they know about my mana drain now. Ephemerate. So we're dealing 7 damage. Prismatic Ending. Not good enough. Needs to be like a Spell Pierce or something. Should I Ephemerate this? Draw another card? Nah. mean, I can like Ephemerate twice on stack, maybe? Draw a bunch of cards. We're so close to winning. So close. Can we get there? That is the question. So, I want to see if I can draw another Mana Drain or Spell Pierce here. Let's just crack this. So we can have a better chance at drawing something. Spell Pierce? Double Spell Pierce? Oh my god. Oh my god. That's really sick. That we won that first game. Okay, I'm untilted. I'm untilted. Definitely a little bit untilted now. So this is where like the Teferi plus an Orim's Chant loop comes in handy. I'm just not sure about the prismatic ending. It gets rid of Carpet of Flowers and Chrome Moxes. Maybe it's not that bad. Yeah, maybe it's not that bad. Okay, so not the most amazing hand, but I think if we can get to maybe an Orim's Chant, we can potentially win with this hand. Stifle would have been pretty amazing here. Ah. That sucks. Stock up again. Let me see what I can get with this Brainstorm. Mana Drain. I think I'm gonna Spell Pierce this. Now we need an Orim's Chant. We are looking for an Orim's Chant here. We still don't see, like, Strip Mines, which is, like, so unfortunate, you know? So 4 cards in the yard for me. Pretty unfortunate if they have a Mana Drain here. Alright, I think this is go to the next situation. Yeah, it would have been amazing if I just had Orim's Chant here. right? Play this Orim's Chant to Fairy, bounce that, win the game. Something like that. So this is gonna be super crucial. Well, this hand is certainly something. I still can't believe we haven't seen a stifle against this opponent. So if they want to fetch the Flotus Trend here... Oh, wow. Interesting. That's actually so bad for me because I have 2 strip mines. Wait, what? Opponent? I guess they just don't care about the strip mine. I could just double strip mine my opponent here. I like forcefully fetch and then... that's not even good. My hand is definitely awkward. Chances of drawing a land. Nice. Yeah, funny enough, we actually have a Wrath of the Skies still in the deck, which is not ideal. So we definitely maybe want to revisit our sideboard because we have too many dead cards against a show and tell, right? So opponent's like maybe trying to go for it. Okay. Misrise Village. Yeah, maybe they might go for it because I only have 1 blue source. And that is going to be the end of them. I'm gonna get rid of a breeding pool first. I think I have to take a chance and play Teferi here. And hopefully they don't draw another land, or we draw a land here.
I've got it.
Darn. That would have been so good. We can't just like do nothing, you know? We can't do nothing. Man, did they have another show and tell? Oh, thank God. Okay. We have a pretty good shot now. Now that we have a Teferi and an Orim's Chant.
Here goes nothing.
I think I have to get rid of a Misrise Village here. And then we go Disruptor Flute on Show and Tell. So opponent didn't crack the Flooded Strand, huh? We did get a land. Unfortunately, it's a tap land.
Don't worry, I got this.
Surgical, huh? Maybe. We do want to kind of end this game a little bit quick. Maybe I shouldn't have topped the surgical. I don't know. I was looking for a land. That would have been actually sick.
Let's try this.
I need to leave up a Orm's Chant, otherwise I'm just gonna lose the game. Because let's say if they go like Tomb. Because if they go Tomb into Show and Tell, I would need to Orm's Chant and then bounce whatever comes out. And then we get a Riddler down. I think that would just win the game. And then we also get the Surgical, the Show and Tell. Us getting stuck on lands here is actually very, very bad.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Yeah, that's really bad. That we're getting stuck on lands. But what can we do? At least we get to get out of Solitude here, which is not that bad. Okay, so it looks like opponent's trying to dig through time again. Maybe not?
I'll protect you.
Okay. I mean, if I get a land with this Quantum Riddler, I can Ephemerate it. We haven't drawn a land in a long time, but maybe it's an unnecessary risk. I don't know. This is fine, right? Because we can just Orm's Chant. Like, we don't care about this. Okay, so they're gonna just put the Riddler down for me, which is nice. Alright, GG's. That is game. Veil of Summer doesn't say, like, graveyard. Spells you control... Yeah. Alright, so, I mean, we won, but we can have some fun a little bit. Alright, GG's opponent. Alright, so we took a look at this deck today. We went 5-1 with the deck, which is way better than what I expected. There were some a little bit like non-games here and there. Like my opponent like disconnecting. Also, that one match where when I put a stop after casting a Quantum Riddler, which was on stack, so apparently that doesn't matter. So, and it's just going to go to your end step like immediately. So you always want to make sure that you want to put a stop before the animation goes off. Like if you casted this once, like the moment you cast this, there's just no stop for this card. On the other hand, Solitude and Subtlety does have a stop if you have an Ephemerate, even if you don't put a stop on. Honestly, like that put me on so much tilt because it was a pretty close game. Because that was like 3 turns with that Quantum Riddler on the battlefield, which meant that like I had to use Swords of Plowshare on a creature that I didn't have to, which was a Weary Zone Guard. So like everything just kind of spiraled out of control. It is a very like tempo based deck, so just missing that one stifle can really cost you the entire game. So yeah, I think it's a pretty cool deck. We didn't really get to showcase the lock, but I have done this lock before with the Saiba Siphoner and the Orm's Chant. So I'm sure like if you want to just see that, you can go like check out my blue-white prison list. Against a show and tell opponent, we actually don't have enough like sideboard cards to bring in because we're bringing in 2 Disruptor Flutes and a Surgical, right? We sideboarded out the Subtlety. Instead, we could have actually done 2 Wrath of the Skies and a copy of a Subtlety. So maybe I just mis-sideboarded because I just kind of forgot about the Wrath of the Skies. I mean, definitely you can probably lose the Consign to Memory. Definitely lose this for something else because like nobody plays Eldrazi's anymore. So yeah, maybe you can lose like 2 Consign to Memories, have another copy of Disruptor Flute. Maybe we can use another board wipe against Energy because I kind of felt that I needed it. Yeah, so I'll probably do this. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye-bye.